so we learn to attract people or situations to your life, and it just came together. Like, you didn't even have a total plan. It was just that it was so smart and focused with so much intensity and emotion so often that it sensitized you to notice anything that could get you there. There's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. I'm sure we call it the RAS. That part of your brain determines what you notice in the world. And it's really important because when you set a goal, you get real. All right, guys. I think we're going to get started here. I'd like to thank you guys and welcome you guys to day 6 of the 30-day Mastermind, 30-day Blueprint Mastermind. And, I just want to congratulate you guys and let you guys know that, I'm proud of you guys for showing up, showing your commitment to your business, and that you're serious about it, and that you're willing to, put in the time to learn the skills that you need in order to become very successful with it. Excuse me. And so what we'll do is we'll get started here with day 6. And day 6 is actually one of my favorites. This is where things start to get really, really, really fun and really interesting. And you start to realize that there's a lot more, than to just, invest in $50 and flipping it over and over again. And and so here, let me share my screen real quick. So real quick again, for you guys who are dialing in, there will be a replay, and right now we're on a webinar, so we're able to watch what's going on my screen. And so if you're not able to see that right now, you're kind of missing out. Don't worry, just go back and check the chats or either one of the groups, and you can find the replays there. I'm usually able to upload them and get them posted within a few hours if everything is cool in the house. Otherwise, it's usually like first thing in the morning the next day. And so yeah, Dwayne really breaks down the difference between an entrepreneur and distributor. And for those of you guys who are full-time marketing, and maybe I've been in it for a while, a few of these points that he goes over, I think you guys are going to see and be like, wow, like, damn, Dwayne. And so, yeah, enough said. Let's just get started. Entrepreneur, which are you? As we look at talking about this on day 6, you should already be establishing a certain tone, a certain theme that you see throughout building a business. And that underlying theme that we're not really labeling, but you should note that is all about your personal responsibility. Now, what are the differences between a distributor? What do you call yourself? Are you a distributor? Oh, one sec. Can everybody hear that okay? All right, perfect. Cool. Or are you an entrepreneur? Here's how you can tell what you are. No matter what you say you are, here's how you can tell what you are. Okay? Let's take a good look. When it gets down to it, you want to build a long-lasting income with a team of people where each of you are being successful. You're not going to do that at high levels as a distributor. You're going to make okay money as a distributor. You want to make great money, you must be an entrepreneur. And what are the differences? First of all, let's take a look. Where does everything come from that you use for your business? Does everything that you use for your business come from your company? Is it something that if you weren't given those things, you wouldn't be doing business? If so, take a close look at which category you're probably falling into. You see, entrepreneurs don't wait. It's one thing if the company gives the power. The entrepreneurs, they're also working on their own. The company will often provide a 1, 2, 3 step plan for users. The entrepreneur says, I like it. I'm going to take all the good stuff I can use from that, and then I'm going to take the things that I bring to the table as an entrepreneur, and I'm going to add those together without breaking any compliance of the company, and I'm going to have my own style, my own flavor, because I am a successful entrepreneur. If, in fact, you're a distributor, there's nothing wrong with it. Just note that your income is not going to be as great as those who are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have this thing about them that they're not waiting for someone to give them permission to do things. They're not waiting for someone to give them the webinar link. They're not waiting for someone to tell them where to find something. They're already in and looking around investigating. It's just the nature of an entrepreneur. So where does everything come from? That's the first question. The second question is, what roadmap are you using? How are you doing business? Are you doing business based on what it says on page 5, line 6? Or are you taking some of the natural things that God's given you as a person, in the way you communicate, in the style in which you're already successful as a human being, and are you integrating with that with things, the roadmap that maybe the company's given you? I think of my own first bout with home business and networking. I took a lot of great things the company gave me, but I didn't want to just use their call. I started my own conference call. I didn't just wait to see when the company's having another meeting. I'd have my own meetings on Friday nights and Thursday nights at my home. And I just wanted a roadmap that I created. The company gave incentives. That was good. Well, when the company gave incentives, I made sure I would win the incentives the company gave, and I would provide incentives for my team. I would do things like this. I would say, in fact, if for those of you who you sign this many people by Friday, you're going to get a so-and-so gift card, a $500 gift card. I created my own incentives. I didn't wait for the company. The roadmap that I used came from me, but I used some of the tools that the company gave, but I didn't rely on that solely. Entrepreneur, distributor. No wonder distributors get paid like employees and entrepreneurs get paid out of this world, or unbelievable amounts of money. Let's look a little further. Your income. What determines it? Is it the company that's determining how much you're making? Are you making the automatic average or minimum because you've done the 5 things the company said to do? Or are you going over and above? You have to find these things out. You look at your income, look at your check, and then you can see if you're a distributor or an entrepreneur. You may want to look at your check and know the potential that you are becoming an entrepreneur, but it certainly should be that in a company with a compensation plan like ours, that you're looking at your check and realizing it, you had better be close to a 5-figure income. Otherwise, you might want to adopt some new principles and some new characteristics to your work profile. An employee will complain about things that are at the job. An entrepreneur will do something about what they don't like and not spend time complaining. An entrepreneur will determine whatever communication they're going to use to get what they want. A distributor will complain that the communication isn't good enough, or they will sit back and hold their own communication because of fear of how it might insult. There's a big difference. Think about these things, and certainly let's look a little further. What are you? A distributor or an entrepreneur? What is your vision for your business, for your team? Where's the vision you have? Does the vision you have, did it come from the company? When you decided how much to make, did someone tell you to think that? Here's one of the differences. An entrepreneur will shut off their television and all entertainment to go inside themselves, what I call internal university, and figure out, here's what I want, and here's the mission and vision that I have. My vision is to do this and buy this kind of home, or have this kind of income, or have these many lives that I've changed. And here's the missions that I'm going to use to reach that vision. A distributor will not do that. A distributor will read the company mission and vision and begin to spout that off. Which are you? Now, these are rhetorical questions. You don't have to write into us and tell us what you're thinking, but I can tell you now, if in fact, most of what you are and what you have coming, and most of your thoughts about your business are coming from your company or your upline, you're not much of an entrepreneur yet. You want to get there, though. So, the question is, as we look at distributor versus entrepreneur, we look at your business, your site. Do you have your own blog? Entrepreneurs do. They find a way. If they don't know what a blog is, they're going to go get their own site of some kind. They're going to use what the company offers. But that's not their sole piece. In fact, entrepreneurs, if a company goes out of business, the entrepreneur is still moving because they were already an entrepreneur. Distributors, when a company goes out of business, they do too. What happened to you the last time a company stopped doing business in your part of the world, or they no longer sold a product, or they went out of business? Did you shut down too? If so, think about it. You're not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur has people follow them that they lead. and not follow the company. That way, whatever happens with the company, they are set and strong. So, what are one of the ways to do that? Through the things that the company offers, have your own also. For goodness sakes, get your own website. Get your own blog. If you don't know what that is, you can write into us. If you're a member of Distributor, we can actually create a blog for you and get you started. You need that. You can get a blog without thinking about it. But you need to have your own site. Do you have your own Facebook profile? Do you have your own Twitter account? Do you have the things, or are you only relying on what the company offers? Your business cards. Make sure that you have a business card. And on your business cards, you can have your name really small, right? And have the company really big, or you can have your name there and yourself as an entrepreneur, the name of your team and the name of your company in that card. It's okay. It's one of the things. The entrepreneur is going to have a company business card, and they're going to have their own business card. Yes, they're going to have both. Over the years, I've always used the Golden Associates, but I've always used the company cards as well. But at the end of the day, the people in my team knew who they were with. That way, no matter what happened to the company, no matter what they do, my people were with the team that they went to, the one that cast the vision for them, and the one who's led them. And you deserve to do the same thing. Which are you, a distributor or an entrepreneur? Let's look a little closer. Signs. Do you have signs on the side of your car? Are you using signs at your meetings? If you are, that's good. If the company has some for you, that's great. Just make sure you have some of your own as well. There's nothing greater than they're giving your downline the security. When they sign with you, they're signing with you. That way they know, hey, they've known you for years. They know who you are. They're just getting to meet you and they like you. They know where you live. They don't think you're going anywhere. Let them fall in love with the entrepreneur, not necessarily just the company. They can like the company because you refer them. But think of it like this. The company is a supplier, but you're the company. You are. And with your company, the tools and the benefits that we offer you from Aggressive Cybernetico, we are a supplier. But when you flip it, and you make yourself nothing less than a distributor, and we are the company, you don't give yourself a fair shot to grow your team the way it should. I could go on that one, but let's move forward. Your slogans and branding. Who are you? When your team member thinks of you, do they think of your first name and the company, or do they think of you, the great dynamic John Doe? What is the branding that you have around yourself? When somebody goes, oh, him? Oh, he's a top earner. Her? She's amazing. When they think of it, do they think of you, or do they think of a company you were with? You determine that. Which are you, distributor or entrepreneur? Finally, how did you sign up, and how do you sign people up? That's the question I have for you. When you signed up as in your company, when you signed up, did you sign up as an entrepreneur? What I mean by that is, why not sign up with your company name? And if you didn't, that's okay. You can always change it. Why not your company name and tax ID? And build it and take it seriously. When you introduce people to it, they see you. And when your people sign up, they can know with confidence they're signing up with your company. When my team members sign up with me in any of the businesses I've done, they sign up with Eagle and Associates. That way they knew what they were dealing with. That's the team they were on. That's who their sponsor is. They knew it. And there was never a week that I didn't cast a vision and share with the new people coming in, congratulating them, sending them emails from the owner of the company. Yeah, there was never a week I didn't train the leaders, because I knew being an entrepreneur meant if I was going to grow fast, continuously, and virally, I had to be something out of the ordinary. And as a distributor, you're not very much out of the ordinary. You want to be an entrepreneur. So I'm going to ask you to train and develop yourself so you can gather this way, so you can get there. You can do this. So, these are all rhetorical questions. What are you, distributor or entrepreneur? Do you want to take a look at the money that's made? Recognize they're drastically different. They're different by a few zeros. They're different by a comma. Most distributors rarely have a comma in their check at the end of the month. Entrepreneurs, we're talking about, it's not a matter of commas. It's a matter of how many commas they have. That's what it's all about. So, as we look at this, note that there's no need to wait for the company to tell you what's coming. There's no need to wait for the company to tell you what to do. Get moving, and then you can find it as you're moving and as you're moving forward. The mindset, how are you going to use it? You can use a mindset that's totally 100% dependent or independent and searching and smart enough to use what the company offers, but certainly to lead off with your own. My name is Dwayne Golden. Please look in the mirror, ask yourself this question as much as you have to, but build, grow your organization using the principles and the tools that we share with you in each of these trainings. Take care.
Wow. Wow. Damn. So my question to you guys is, which are you? Which are you? Which one did you identify with? Now, here's the thing. I don't want you guys to feel as if, you know, being a distributor or, you know, whether you're a distributor or an entrepreneur, you know, puts you in a different, you know, I don't know. I don't want you to feel any less if you are either, you know what I mean? So it's just a way of, you know what I'm saying, being able to see where you're at. And once you know where you're at, then you know where you're going or where you want to go or where you can go. You can start planning for that. But if you don't know where you're at, then you don't know how to, you know, what you need to work on or what you need to do. So just some of the key points that I just wanted to cover real quick. Before I get started, do you guys have any questions or comments about the video, what we just saw, or anything at all? Just if you're not, hold on, let me unmute the mics. If you don't want to talk in your mic, you don't have a mic, just go ahead and type it in the chat. I'll read it out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I got a question. He had asked a question like, well, how do you find more tools to use besides what the company gave us? Well, here, bro, here's the thing. Like, for instance, I'll use myself as an example. Like our company, Ingresso, gives us a whole suite of tools. Like everything is like a pretty much like a marketer in a box, right? Everything you need for marketing. And so we get that. But in addition to that, you know what I mean, I have a lot of other tools that, you know, like when I first came into Ingresso, I already had an autoresponder. I already had website. I already had a domain. I already had a blog. I already had all this stuff when I first came into Ingresso. And so, and these tools that I got are, you know, they're universal tools as far as like being able to use those for any marketing business online. And so in that example, you know what I mean, it's being able to, you know what I mean, if like he had said, like if the company went down or the company failed, whatever company you're with had failed or, you know, shut down or whatever, like what would you have, you know, as a backup to keep going? You know what I mean? Or would that just be game over for you and then you would have to figure out how you can start, you know, brand new again? And so, you know what I mean, it's always good to you know, keep educating yourself in different areas of marketing. And like what I didn't realize when I first had started is that the stuff that I was focusing on was really specific to the businesses that I was in, really specific to you know, the business that I was in. And so it wasn't until, you know, I realized that, you know what I mean, like I started seeing people in not just one or two, you know, different companies, but in like multiple companies and ranking and doing really good in them. And I was like, okay, so, you know what I mean, there's got to be something else that I can learn that, you know, that they're doing that'll be universal that I can use anywhere. And so, like some of those things is like driving traffic. You learn how to drive traffic, which is, you know, bringing people, sending people to websites or offers or whatever. I mean, you could pretty much do, you know, any business that you want, you know, once you learn how to drive traffic. And so being able to be, you know, versatile and being able to, you know, have a backup or have your own thing going on while you're also promoting the company is a lot of what he was talking about. And so, like a distributor would be somebody who, uses only the company tools and stuff like that. And an entrepreneur would be somebody who uses, in addition to the company tools and all that stuff, has their own stuff. They're out there making their own, ad creatives and writing their own copy for their email list and, doing their own thing in addition to the tools that the marketing tools that the company provides. And so, one second. Let me see if I can get my camera set up. I want to hold on. All right. I don't know if my camera's good enough. It's not quite HD, but we'll make it work. Okay, so these were like some of the key points that I just wanted to cover real quick, and we'll just do it real quick too. Hold on. Hide this. Okay, so these are just some of the things that I thought would be really important for you guys, actually for all of us, including myself, because I'm no better than you guys, and I myself need to continue to learn and apply this stuff in my business. And so, in doing this, while I'm teaching what I'm learning, I'm also keeping a lot of what I'm learning, like 90%. And they say it hops up to like 90% if as soon as you learn something and you turn around and teach it, or you turn around and take massive action, doing it in application. And so just real quick. All right. So the distributor versus the entrepreneur mindset. And so like I just had talked about, uses the company tools only, meaning that, like Ingresso, we'll use our company for an example. The tools that our company gives us are like the autoresponder, and like we have a bunch of banners, and I think there's like some email scripts already that we can send out to our lists as we get them. And so the distributor would be the person who just uses that stuff and nothing else. Like I said, the entrepreneur would be somebody who goes out, they create and find their own tools for growth. And so they'd be going out and writing like their own script for the emails, for the autoresponder messages, or going out and maybe if they're having issues or want something different than what Ingresso provides for like lead pages, if they want to do something that Ingresso's options don't offer, go out and find a way to start making or building their own lead pages. And so pretty much it's just taking what we have and then taking it to the next step, one step higher. Okay, and then the next thing is a distributor will wait for direction and holds back from communicating well. Now, the reason why I just chose these two things real quick is because I thought that these things really stood out to me as really, really key things that if you happen to be in the distributor area and you started to take action today just in these two areas, you would see some results in your business. And so I just wanted to not kind of like what's the word, overwhelm you guys with a bunch of information real quick, but just kind of point out the things that I thought would be crucial or critical or key in helping you guys today start seeing some results in your business tomorrow or even later today. Depends on how much action you take and what you do. And so waits for direction. And so that person will either wait for their sponsor or somebody else to say, okay, listen, this is what you need to do. You need to do A, B, and C, and then get back to me. And the thing about it is a lot of people who are coming into not just Ingresso, but just into the internet marketing business in general, they are still coming with an employee mindset. And so as an employee, what do? You go to work and you are given a list of duties. And you're given a time frame to complete them. And then when you get done, you're given more work. So each day, you can go into work expecting that you are going to be told what you have to do, when to do it, and that's it. You don't have to worry about try to think of like, okay, well, what am I going to do for 8 hours today? Your job, your employer, your company, whatever, already has that mapped out for you, and it's telling you, okay, this is what you need to do, and this is how you do it. And so when people come into become entrepreneurs or become internet marketers, just come into the home business arena, they still have this kind of employee mindset, and they kind of expect their sponsor to be the person who is giving them the list of stuff to do, when really the sponsor's job is to, it is to help you. And when you first get started, I think that it'd be a good idea if your sponsor gives you some assignments to do to get you going. And after that point, just if you stay plugged in with the team and you stay plugged in with all the trainings and stuff, if you come into the business and you're joined in with the team, or even if you're not, like for instance in Gresso, Dwayne has a 30-day blueprint. If you just plug into the stuff that's given to you, and you don't just stop there, you don't stop when the training stops, but you continue to progress yourself, you start coming up with ideas of how you can keep moving forward without having to be directed or told. That's really when you start to move over from the distributor to the entrepreneur. And so really what my job for what I feel is my job for my downline and the people that I sponsor is to help them move from this employee mindset, which is the distributor mindset, kind of, pretty much, over to the entrepreneur mindset, and start helping them build the belief and start having some results and some success. Because here's the thing, it's really hard to build belief without results, right? It takes a lot longer and it's a lot more difficult process. But if you can take somebody who is brand new, right? Somebody who just signed up with you, and you can help them, right? See some results, have their first sale, sign up, whatever, within like the first couple days or first week, you know what I mean? Their belief skyrockets, because then to them it's, because a lot of people come into this company, including myself, apprehensive. Like I came in like, I'm ready to go, let's do this. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, is this gonna work? Like, I've been in other companies, really didn't work. Well, we'll just see how it goes, right? That distributor mindset, right? And so I feel that it's my job to help build that belief, because once you have that belief, then you don't need to be told what to do, right? You don't have to build motivation and get yourself riled up in order to start doing stuff. Once you have that belief will cause that drive and that motion that you need to just go out and start doing stuff on your own without having to be told what to do. And so, like I said, that's my job for me. I don't know how other people sponsor their people, but I feel like this is my job, to get them from here and this mindset to having some success and results and building belief. So yeah, that's my job. And so one of the first things that I'll talk about when I'm signing somebody up is, who are you branding, right? If they're not already experienced in marketing or already, when I see their profile, it doesn't look like they've heard of branding before. If they're doing it right, then I'll first ask them, who are you branding? And then I'll go ahead and teach them. I'll explain to them what branding is, and I'll show them the right way. And and so the next thing I'll ask them to do is, what is your plan for signing people up And if you don't have one yet, or if you think you have one in your mind, write it down and practice the steps. All right. Doing this alone will build so much confidence in you. Whether you know it or not, if you're having struggling recruiting right now, whether you know it or not, there's something in the back of your head, some little voice that's telling you, like, okay, even if I do get somebody, like, what do I do next? Like, where do I go? And so, and so if you don't already have a plan of action and you haven't already practiced it, when somebody does say, okay, I'm ready to go, then you kind of panic a little bit. You start thinking, okay, so what do I do now? Do I send them, what page do I send them to? Do I send them just to the registration page, or do I send them to the sales page again? And then after they sign up, like, what do I do? Like, do I add them to groups, or, and then after I get them to the chats and groups, then what? You know what I mean? Especially if you got somebody who's really new to the industry, you don't want to sign people up and leave them hanging, right? At the very least, you want to help them get plugged into the groups, the team, and in the chats, and into the training. You want to, you know what I mean? You want to make sure that if you are not willing to make yourself available, or if you're not able to make yourself available, that you give them the resources. And since we have the team in Ingresso, you give them the support from the team, give them the resources where they can plug into the team, into the chat and stuff, so they can start having that support if they need it. And so, yeah, I'm like, the whole goal here is to build huge teams, right? But we want our teams to be solid. We sorry, I think my laptop's about to die. We want our teams to be solid, right? Because even if you get a lot of people in, right, and you're not training them, you're not showing them what to do and how to train their people when they get them in, then your team, your whole downline, your whole everything is gonna collapse, right? Because if people are not having success, if they're not having fun, and if they don't feel supported, they're not gonna stay. All right, and so that's what you got to do, guys. And that's pretty much it that I had for right here. This is just kind of a little bit of what I extracted from today's video. And so, yeah, let me open it up real quick. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or if there's anything you guys want to learn more about, or have me demonstrate, just let me know. Either you can I'm on mute the mics right now, or you can just type it in the chat, and I'll shoot on, or I'll work on putting something together for tomorrow if there's something you guys need some help with, or being walked through. Okay, hey, yeah, Janine or Jeannie, is it Jeannie or Jeannie? Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's actually day 2 and day 3 talk about, if you look in the recordings, go over setting up your domain and hosting, and then your blog. And yeah, the blog part I think is in day, maybe that's day 4. Sorry, yeah, I think that's day 4. And so what I'll do is, yeah, okay. Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Well, how about this? How about you just shoot me a message when we get done here, and I'll help you one-on-one with that. Okay. All right. Perfect. Does anybody else have any questions or comments? Hers was, she just needed some help setting up her blog, and was just a little bit confused. And so, is anybody else having issues setting up their blog, or anything like that? If Okay. One. All right. So just 3 of you guys. Okay. So yeah, why don't you guys just go ahead and just inbox me, send me a message, and then I'll help you guys out as soon as we get done here. Okay, perfect. All right. And so today I really didn't have anything planned as far as intensive training for today over the shoulder, unless there's anything. Yeah, yeah, yep. Okay. All right. So yeah, what we'll do is if anybody doesn't have any comments, concerns, questions, or anything like that, we'll just go ahead and close it for today. And you guys can just shoot me a message if you have any ideas for anything that you want me to help walk you guys through or go over in our mastermind. And let me remind you guys, as always, this is not my webinar, this is our webinar, right? So all you guys are more than welcome to, if you have anything that you are specialized in and you want to share with the team or teach or anything or speak about, you guys are more than welcome to, just let me know, and we'll get you on here and get you a spot to help share your skills with the team, because that's what it's all about, is sharing with each other so we grow as a team. And here's a really good quote that I like, that I got from Jim Rohn. He said I can't carry 3 on my back, but I can help 1,000. Right? I can't carry 3 on my back, but I can help 1,000. So, and I say that to just say that, you guys, as we work together, we're going to grow together, but it requires everyone doing their part. And so, that's included in just like in juicing. If you guys are, seeing something in the chat for juicing, which I think everybody should be juicing, it shows, it gives us some social proof, and it shows that our team has some support. Our team is down for each other, and that's really attractive to people who are on the outside looking in. And so it only takes a second. Juicing is just when you see somebody post their post in the chat, you just click on it, and then when it pops up, you just click like, and then you put in a little comment in there related to the post. If it's somebody's posting up a check, you could just like it and then put in good job, and that's it. You don't have to get really detailed about it, just good job or great with a smiley face or something. And so it only takes like 2 seconds, but you guys, is so huge, especially for if you can do it on a consistent basis. It's so huge. It's so powerful. And so, if you guys if you guys can do that, that'd be great, because it's not just for 1 or 2 people in the team, it's for everybody. And so if everybody takes advantage of it and is creating posts and asking for them to get juiced, our team is just going to grow exponentially, even more so than it already is. And so today I'd just like to thank you guys again for showing your commitment to your business, showing your commitment to me, and showing your commitment to everybody else on the call, and to yourself, most importantly, that you are serious about your business, you're serious about wanting to change for your life, and you're willing to put in the work to do it, whether that's sitting on a webinar for an hour, listening to Vari, talk his ass off. And so thank you guys. And tomorrow, I'll see you guys around the same time, 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, and 10 o'clock Pacific. Peace.